April Davis packed her two kids into the car, kissed them both on the forehead, and said, "Mama loves you. Be good today." They waved as she drove away. That was the last time anyone saw her alive. 15 years later, a farmer clearing his field stopped his tractor because something shiny caught his eye in the dirt. A bracelet. The same one April's daughter had buried with her birthday wish the night before her mother disappeared. Part 1. Backstory. 0:45 to 3 o'clock. April Davis was the kind of woman who carried sunshine with her. Single mother. 2 kids. No help. But still, she smiled like the world couldn't break her. She lived in a small southern town, one where skin color still decided how much your voice mattered. April worked as a cleaner at the county courthouse, scrubbing floors while the powerful men in suits walked past her like she was invisible. But April had dreams. She'd been saving every dollar she could to go back to school, to get a nursing degree, to give her kids a better life. Her boss, Judge Whitmore, didn't like that. He liked April where she was, quiet, humble, beneath him. And every time she refused his friendly offers to stay late or have lunch with him, he'd remind her how replaceable she was. One day, she stood up to him. And that's when everything changed. It was March 18, 2009. April dropped her kids, 10-year-old Jordan and 7-year-old Kayla, off at school like every other morning. Neighbors saw her smiling, waving goodbye. She was supposed to head to work next. But she never made it. By noon, her car was found on the side of County Road 12. Door open. Engine still running. Inside, her purse, her ID, her phone. But no April. The sheriff's office launched an investigation. But within days, the tone changed. Maybe she ran away. Maybe she couldn't handle the pressure. Maybe she left on her own. Everyone had a theory. Except her children. Jordan and Kayla never believed their mother would leave them. They spent years putting up posters, talking to anyone who would listen. But the world had already moved on. Even the judge, the last man she worked for, made a statement saying, "April was troubled. I hope she finds peace." Those words would come back to haunt him. It's now 2024. Jordan is 25. Kayla is 22. Both still living with the shadow of their mother's disappearance. One morning, a farmer named Eli Turner was tilling his land, about 5 miles from where April's car had been found. His tractor hit something hard. At first, he thought it was a rock. But when he stepped off and brushed the soil away, he saw a bracelet, gold-plated, engraved with the words, "Mama's Promise." He called the police, and within hours, investigators found what lay buried beneath. A shallow grave. And inside, a woman's remains wrapped in an old cleaning uniform, still faintly embroidered with the name April D. The town was shaken. But what they found next was even worse. Buried beside her body, an old courthouse keycard, stamped with the initials, J.W. Judge Whitmore. For 15 years, Judge Whitmore had built a reputation as a pillar of justice. He'd been promoted to state judge, living in a mansion, celebrated by the same system that ignored April's case. But now, everything was unraveling. The evidence tied back to him, his fingerprints on her old car, his DNA on her uniform, and several deleted voicemails recovered from her phone records. "You're making a mistake, April. You can't just walk away." When the truth came out, the whole town realized something. The same man who preached justice had buried his own crime. The case went to trial. And for the first time, April's children, now adults, sat in the same courtroom their mother once cleaned. When Jordan took the stand, his voice broke. "You told everyone she was troubled. You said she left us. But you knew exactly where she was. You buried her. And you buried our childhood with her." The jury didn't take long. Guilty. Life sentence without parole. But that wasn't the end. A week after the trial, the Davis family returned to the field where April had been found. Kayla knelt down and placed a bouquet of yellow roses, her mom's favorite, on the soil. As she stood, a detective approached quietly. He handed her a sealed envelope. "We found this buried near where your mother was," he said. "Thought you should be the one to open it." Kayla opened it with shaking hands. Inside was a faded piece of paper and a photograph. The photo showed April holding her children, smiling proudly. But behind her, in the reflection of a car window, stood another man. Not Judge Whitmore. Someone else. On the paper, in April's handwriting, were just 4 words. "If anything happens, tell Marcus." Kayla frowned. "Who's Marcus?" she asked. The detective's face went pale. He whispered, "That's her brother." But April never had a brother in any records. They tried to silence her, tried to bury the truth beneath the dirt of power and privilege. But even after 15 years, truth found its way to the light. April Davis may be gone, but her story became the voice of every woman ignored, every struggle unseen, and every battle fought in silence. Still, one question remains. Who was Marcus? And what did April know before she disappeared? Subscribe for part 2.